This is my dog Zuri. She is 2.5 years old and she arrived to the UK back in October 2020. We were warned prior that she's a big foodie, full of energy, and then we just learned for ourselves that she is sweet, loving, and a bit cheeky. That and she thinks she runs the house. I run the house. The times we go for walks, we get stopped constantly. People are generally curious about what breed she is or where she comes from, and they put her in a box of what they think she should be. I just simply say, she's a mix of everything brilliant. And then I get a good few laughs, and then I walk away and I go, yes, she is. When you have a rescue dog, they are just different, and they're insanely intelligent. Maybe a bit too intelligent, but she is. She knows what she's doing. So she comes from a small island off of mainland Greece called Zakinthos, otherwise known as Zanti. No. Sorry, not that Zanti. This one. Okay, ready? 1 second. Ready?
Ready? My inspiration to start Healing Paws was a little dog called Dougal, who's here with me now. He used to be on a bike, a moped with some girls that used to drive past our treatment rooms. I used to do massage and therapies with my daughter, and he would stand there as they drove past with the wind in his hair and blowing everywhere. We used to laugh at him. And then one day he wasn't with them anymore, and they had a new puppy, and we found out that they dumped him at the other end of the resort, so they just didn't want him anymore. And he was really scared and nobody could catch him. And then one day some tourists came into our treatment rooms and said a dog had been hit by a car and was laid on the beach. So we closed the treatment rooms and went to find him, and it was Dougal. Took him to the vets, and he'd injured his back and his legs. So we had him all summer doing all his treatment, and he went to work with us. Everybody loved him. And then at the end of the summer, his treatment was finished and I was asked to put him back on the road, which I refused to do because obviously I'd had him all summer, we'd fallen in love with him. It was pouring with rain, the weather was bad. There was rumours that the locals were poisoning at the time, so there's no way I was going to put him back on the road. And I ended up keeping him, long story short. That's how I started Healing Paws. I went off on my own and diverted off and started working on my own. And of course, they're the best therapy. You can't get any better therapy than animals. The Greekies really are special. People love our puppies, we socialise them as well as we can. The grandchildren come over a lot and they play with the grandchildren and they cuddle them, and as you've seen, they do mix with cats and ponies and children and everything, so they really are well socialised. And many people that adopt one from us do come back and adopt a second one, and possibly even a third or a fourth, like one big happy family. I think the most of strays that we've had at any one time is about 112, 115, back in 2019, 2020. By Greek law, all the strays and abandoned animals are owned by the government, but to be legal, we all have a contract with the municipality, giving us permission to pick up the strays and vaccinate, sterilise, rehome them, even to rehome them abroad. So we're all legal to do that now, which makes life a lot easier for us all because we don't have to hesitate. If there's a puppy on the road, we can just pick it up. Whereas before, if we picked up a puppy, we were stealing from the Greek government.
Wow.
Crazy as that sounds, but yeah.
Look, she loves you.
She's gorgeous.
It's taken a big toll on me many times for so many different reasons. It's very emotional. I would say the emotions regarding rescue are like a roller coaster anyway. They're up and down all the time. I cry many tears for many different reasons. We see so many states, so many bad conditions, and there's so many awful stories of what goes on to the animals and what people do to them and how we find them. I cry again when they get their home. I cry again when I get footage back from them in their homes, the photographs and updates and how well they're getting on. And it's those stories that keep us going. We get a lot of down days because I don't think people realise quite how much negativity there is based in rescue. They think it's all cute puppies and puppy therapy and, oh, aren't they cute, aren't we cuddling, you're so lucky, I'd love to do what you're doing, but they don't see the downside, all the nervousness and the cruel things that people do to them and what we have to do to recuperate them and how we have to help, the mess that we have to clean up. And it's heartbreaking because at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is help the animals. But every time we tend to hit all these brick walls, so many obstacles. And sometimes, it's soul destroying. I feel really down. Some mornings I just don't want to get out of bed. And I see their little faces and I think, okay, this is why I do it. And we have to keep going. Many, many times I've said to the kids, that's it, I can't do this anymore. I finished. I can't rescue anymore. But then I get a nice story back from the UK or from locals and I think, okay, I have to, I'll never stop what I do.
She is the best woman I've ever known. She is not only the woman who has done everything that has made everything that is around me today, like the animal rescue and everything. She is my best friend. I can talk to her about anything. She's made me the person that I am today, to be able to look out for and do what I do for the animals. Even if there's like a box on the side of the road, I have to stop the car, go and check it, because that 1 out of 10 times there might be something in it. And there has been a lot of the time. I could show up at any moment with like a new puppy kitten and just be like, hey, I found this on the way home.
I think my mum's an amazing woman. She's a very strong and powerful woman. I look up to her a lot. I don't know how she does what she does. She's amazing. I couldn't wish for a better mother.
Animals come into our lives for a reason, to teach us a particular lesson. Sometimes frustrating, but normally a good lesson. So it's really a case of matching the right puppy with the right family, and the more honest I am with their profiles, the more likely that's going to happen. All the puppies live with me, as you've seen. It's a crazy house. They all live inside or just outside the house. So you live, it's like a person. If you live with them, you get to know them. I don't put them up for adoption until they're about 10, 12 weeks old, so I can see their characters, because their characters don't really fully show until then.
Όταν βλέπεις αδέσποτο ζώο, τι σκέφτεσαι, πώς νιώθεις?
Δεν νιώθω και καλά. Με την έννοια ότι δεν αφήνεις ένα σκυλί, μια γάτα στο δρόμο χωρίς προστασία, χωρίς σπίτι, χωρίς ζεστασία, χωρίς φαγητό και γενικά όλα αυτά τα περιττά.
We bought the land. Healing Paws Animal Rescue, UK charity, managed to raise the money to buy the land here. It's perfect. I can't wait to show you guys. It took us 4 years to find the land because the criteria to build a shelter is very high, to the extent there are only 6 legal shelters throughout the whole of Greece. So we are going to make history here on Zakinthos, so it's all very exciting. Obviously, we need the funding and the donations. The projected cost at the moment is €320,000. The cost of the materials has skyrocketed because of the war and the present economic climate, and of course on the other scale the donations have really dropped as well. but we will do it. We're not giving up. We will continue, and it will be built in stages. As we get the money, we will slowly build it.
So the video.
There are only so many dogs and puppies that I can keep here at my home. So again, those of you that know me know that this is going to break me, and it's breaking my heart. Thank you, Siri. But I'm going to have to stop rescuing for a little while. Right. Sorry about that. Can't make this video without crying. I've tried so many times, so forgive me. Rescue is my life. It's my passion. It's not a job. And for me to give it up even the video, I had to tell people that I needed a break. The phone doesn't stop ringing, the messages didn't stop coming in. It had been one of the most stressful times in my life. We'd had to move house. It just got too much. We weren't in a position to rescue, so I was having to say no, which broke my heart. Now we go again. So I thought the easiest way to answer all the questions I was getting was to make the video. Made that video so many times, you have no idea, and I couldn't do it without crying. I've never been that low in my life, never. And it was these that kept me going, really. You know, you sort of again look at their little faces and you think, how can I can't give in, can't give up. My legacy has to be the shelter up and running, profit making, so we can help a lot more animals, working together with the other animal charities as a whole. I have 2 great children that I can leave the shelter to. I would love to be able to build it and finish it and leave it to them as a legacy. So I know that this is a long-term project and it's going to go on for a long time. And they're voicing their opinion as well. Yes, it will happen. I'll never stop. I'll never stop rescuing the animals. I won't, Keita. No. Look at their little faces. How could you ever stop? Look. We really need your help with financing the shelter, because it really is main priority. The new laws are going through the Greek government at the moment, relating to shelters as well. So it really is of the utmost importance now for Zakinthos and the animals on Zakinthos that we can build the shelter and get the licence so that we can continue. Otherwise, I hate to think what's going to happen to the animals in the island. You're all going to come on holiday and find packs of stray dogs and puppies, and it's going to be horrendous. Every pound, every euro, every drachma, every amount of money that you can send all helps. It all adds together and helps. And then slowly, get this shelter built, please. Please.
We'll just head down, carry on, 'cause what else can we do but get through? And we'll sing hallelujah, but what is that to you right now? But let's talk in a way that can give us some faith to go around. We'll hold tight as we can when it's better again, and that'll sustain me for now.
We have some serious fundraising to do, everybody. So again, thank you for your continued support. I love you all. Let's hope we can find an answer to this problem. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.
Hold on tighter to you, my friend, when we're together again. Together again, when we're together again. When we're together again.